Hi there, it's Matthew from Matthew North Music here again. Now, today I'm going to do an unboxing video of something that has just been released. Firstly, I just want to give a little update on the last unboxing video I did, which was about the George Harrison All Things Must Pass 5 LP Deluxe box set. Now, after I did that video, I said I was going to keep the album and play it and whatever. I since discovered after doing the video that one of the other discs also had an edge warp in it, and thank you to everyone else that's commented. It would appear warps are very common in this box set, but the final straw for me was the cardboard outer box. The picture of George on the front, and along the left hand seam, has started to come unstuck from the box. So I kind of thought, well, this is just one quality control step too far. So I've actually sent my copy back, and I don't intend buying it again unless they do a repress and they sort out all these faults. Anyway, about today's video. Now, I'm wearing a fish t-shirt today, quite randomly as it happens, but in the post came this package here, which I will talk about in a minute. Marillion have always been a perennial favourite of mine, particularly the classic Fish era Marillion. And I actually would say I'm probably more of a fan of them now than I was back in the day. Because at the time of Marillion's big hits, most of my listening was still bands like Duran Duran, Thompson Twins, Pink Floyd, U2, stuff like that. Anyway, they've been doing deluxe reissues now of a lot of the Marillion back catalogue, particularly the EMI era. And of the classic era box sets, the first thing they did was the big seller, Misplaced Childhood, which I have here. Although I actually didn't buy this when it first came out. I bought the repress that they did a couple of years back because I missed out first time round. So that was the first one that got released, which is album number 3. Then they went back to the first album and did Script for Jester's Tear, which I've got to say, this box set is a massive improvement on the mix, I think, of the original album, and the live tracks recorded at the Marquee are just stunning. This is an absolutely brilliant box set. Then they did Clutching at Straws, which of course is the last Fish era Marillion album. Again, this is a brilliant package. There's some really great live stuff, there's some great video. The documentary is fantastic. I mean, it's just, again, it's a really well done set. And so there's one album left, and that's Fugazi. Now, for me, Fugazi is one of my favourite Marillion albums because it's the first Marillion album I ever owned, and I actually bought it on CD. It was one of the first CDs I ever bought, and I remember buying it when I first started college in 1989. So I just then got my first CD player, and I bought a copy of Fugazi because it was in Sounds Records in Torquay for about $4.99. So that's the album I always knew best, and that's the one they've just reissued. Now, in this package here, which I've just picked up from where I work because that's where I had it delivered. I bought this from the Marillion website, and I can't exactly remember what I ordered now. I know I ordered the box set, but there's something else in here as well, which I think might be a bonus item for people that ordered it early on. So we're going to open up the box and we're going to have a look. This is our package then that arrived from the post office. I'll just remove that elastic band. Pop it to one side because I keep my elastic bands for a later reuse. And yeah, let's open them up. Okay, we have magic envelope and another envelope. So there are 2 items, and as I only ordered one, I'm pretty sure that is a bonus item, which I actually think is a good thing. I mean, when we start collecting, we always went for limited editions or bonus discs or whatever. So it's nice to get something a little bit extra with what you've ordered. Anyhow, I'm going to open up the main package. Again, what I also like about this cardboard packaging is I always reuse it. I mean, if I need to send something to somebody or somebody's ordered some stuff from the band or whatever, I always reuse these. So it's good reusable stuff. So I'll pop that to one side as well. And here's the box set. If you look in the sticker, it says it's got a remixed version of the album, previous unreleased 2 CD live album, which I'm guessing are going to be tracks that started their life on the Reel to Reel album because they're recorded in Canada. And what else have we got? We've got a book, some memorabilia. The Blu-ray's got various bits of audio. It's got a documentary, which I'm really looking forward to. And there's a live TV concert as well, and some promo videos. So I think, you know, that's all pretty good stuff for a nice little box set like this. Next thing that's called for then is to open up the package. Being very careful not to damage anything. Said before, what I normally like to do is I will cut out the sticker here, and then I'll keep that inside the booklet, or keep the wrapper. And there's our book. It's a nice matte finish cover with a resized and remade artwork because the original record was a 12-inch disc. And yeah, it's really nicely packaged. It's right up there with all the others that they've done. So we open up, we've got the 2 discs here. This disc here is CD2, which is the first half of Live in Montreal, Canada. So yeah, those songs, some of those songs were on the original Reel to Reel album, which was the live album they released between Fugazi and the Misplaced Childhood album. I think Reel to Reel also had tracks from De Montfort Hall in Leicester, and I think possibly Hammersmith Odeon as well, I'm not sure. And again, some of those Hammersmith tracks made it onto the La Gazaladra Thieving Magpie live album, as I recall. Anyhow, this is how it looks. We've got the original painting there for the artwork. Nice bit of text. There's an older EMI publicity photo there. So they did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nights at Radio City Music Hall in with Rush in 1984, I guess. That was a really famous tour that they did with Rush. Yeah, lots of nice pictures, more text. There's the artwork for Punch and Judy. Promotional picture for Assassin. More promo photos. Some studio pics there. This is definitely going to be a really good read for sure, because there's you know, just so much of it. I mean, it's like you've bought yourself a proper book with this. There's more studio pics. Oh, we've got the lyrics now in that sort of almost computer style font that was popular at the time. Oh, these are some pictures of the web fanzine that was their information service back in those days. More great live pictures. Yeah, no, this is a really nice nice book. Of course, this was the first album with Ian Mosley on drums, so this was like the, you know, the classic era of Marillion. Really was the was that era. And of course, apart from Steve Hogarth being the singer, now that lineup has stayed together since, you know, end of 83, early 84, whenever it was they got together. So, you know, it's a band that's lasted the test of time more than anyone. And I think actually the whole story of the fact how Marillion stayed together, how they kind of reinvented their career, and many could say they reinvented the way music is done, because they, you know, they were the first crowdfunding band. They were one of the first bands to put their music out there on torrent sites to actually get people to listen to it by making their own little compilation albums. So, you know, they were really ahead of the game, I think, in a lot of ways. And I think that's one of the reasons why now that the current incarnation of Marillion have this really loyal fan base. And their albums always do really well. Anyway, the last 2 discs here is you've got the second disc of Live in Canada, again with some great songs on there, great song choice. And then we've got the DVD, which has got, what have we got? Fugazi Live in Montreal, which I think is audio, yes, audio only. So you've got, you've then got some extra audio tracks, which is some singles and some demos. Then you've got the documentary, story of the songs track by track. Then you've got some promo videos, then you've got this live concert from Swiss TV from 1984, which has got Assassin, Punch and Judy, Jigsaw, Cinderella, Such Incubus, Garden Party, Market Square Heroes. So that's a similar track list to the concert they did for the BBC, the Sight and Sound in Concert at Chipping and Golddiggers. Now, that concert I rate as one of the best TV concerts ever. I've got a copied DVD of that show, complete with the bits that didn't make it to air. And I absolutely love that concert. I think it's brilliant. And so if it's a similar track listing, then I'm really excited to see this, because I think the band were absolutely top form. So yeah, that's the box set anyway. And I'm really looking forward to listening to this. Obviously you can't, I can't play bits on the internet, but I mean, a lot of this is probably on Spotify or YouTube Music now, so you can just go and listen to it anyway. But I would say this box set, I think, retails at the moment for £22, £22.99 I think it was on Amazon. That is thunderously good value for money. And if you haven't got any of these Marillion box sets, you're not going to be disappointed with any of them, because the quality and the attention to detail on all of them has been absolutely excellent. So this is well worth the money. Anyhow, we've got one more thing to look at, and that is the contents of the bonus package. As I said, I can't quite remember what this is, but oh, there's another package. It's a bit like Pass the Parcel, as it was my birthday earlier in the week. This is it. So what do we have in here? Ooh, this looks nice. Oh, that is very nice. So yeah, you've got the 4 members of Marillion that made the album, apart from Fish, obviously, because this I bought from the Marillion store. So you've got Steve Rothery, Peter Travis, Mike Kelly and Ian Mosley's autographs on the art print. I dare say, if I do get to go and see Fish at any point, I will certainly take it with me and see if I can get it signed, although I think that's highly doubtful, because pretty much most artists at the moment are not doing any kind of meet and greets because of the whole COVID situation, which is perfectly understandable. Although I have to say, having met Fish on numerous times, he's always been very courteous into sort of signing stuff and things when I have saw him. And in fact, the very last time I saw him in Exeter, he was really nice to me and my 2 friends, Mark and Steve. We hung around for ages because they were packing stuff up and things, and I think Fish had a few things to do. But he did come out and he signed some stuff and got a photo with him, and it was great. And yes, having this box set does complete the trilogy of the first 4 albums. So it's going to sit very nicely indeed with the first album, Script for Jester's Tear, the one that followed, Fugazi, Misplaced Childhood, and of course the last of the trilogy being Clutching at Straws. And in many ways I do see the first 4 Marillion albums as a trilogy, and certainly if you watch the documentaries you can follow the story of the band. And so to sum up, this has been a really great reissue anthology. The attention to detail has been really meticulous, and at the retail price which they've all been, which is around the £20 to £25 mark, I think they represent very good value for money. If you haven't got any of these, unfortunately, when they sell out, the price goes ballistic, particularly on Amazon, because before they did the reissue of this one, the repress, that was selling for over £100. However, you might be able to still find them in smaller record shops or secondhand at a better price. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm off now to listen to Fugazi, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe. I have got lots of other videos that I'm in the middle of making at the moment about various different music things, so I hope that you should like and subscribe, and catch me on the next video.